Hello guys, welcome to this video and I'm Mohan Raj, and in this video I'm going to tell you how to localization your app. So basically you see localization plays a very important role in any mobile app development. Nowadays every clients are coming and asking uh, they wants to localize to their specific languages. So see, some apps was built for a specific regions California and New York like that, and after that they tends to be a next market level and they goes to Chicago and something like northern southern regions, etc. And this comes to the place and this is the right time to learn localization. So I know everyone is well versed in localization, but in this video I am going to teach you localization in a three different part, and this consisting of an storyboard. So consider the existing app is already having an storyboard, and if you want to localize means it is a very difficult job to do that. But in this video I will teach you in a very simple way and you can learn it very easily. And the things to be remembered in this video is first thing which we are going to do is you see in localization storyboard using the interface. So through the interface itself we can do the localization, and the next part is comes with localization using the strings through the specific key or the key value which is specified by the Xcode, which we used to call in the terms called object reference. So through that we can able to change the localization string. And the third comes with the app name. So usually every developer will be focusing on the first two parts, but they will usually fails to do the third one because they don't have such a specific constraints to do that, because the app name will be similar to all the things. But even some countries they don't know the English. At that time they used to see their languages in the same text of their local languages. So and also comes to the permissions and all, if we are using an language if you are using access for location at the times and all, we can ask the permissions based on the localization. So these are some of the three things which we are going to do that. And let's see from scratch. So let's start it. So let me go to the main storyboard, and I'm just going to have a two label, label 1, and next is one button. So these are the combination I'm just going to explain. So in the real time you can work around with labels, buttons and text view, etc, etc. So I'm just going to have an constraint for this very quickly. Hello or yeah. So you see I have just created an localize. I have just created an view controller where we have an two labels and one labels and one button. The first label says hello all, and the second button says this is your language. So this is the some of the things. Here, if I'm just going to localize the parts for that, what we need to do is like just go to the project name and click on the project which we are going to do, and in the right hand side you will be seeing a localization tab where you have to click this plus button. So I'm just going to do localization for the language French. So I'm just clicking on the French, and it asks to be whether it is meant for main storyboard or launch screen, and this reference language says base. So this is the base is refers to the language which we use to develop our project. So basically it is an English language. So here is the two types. We have a localization sting files, and we have an interface builder storyboard. So we are going to see both in this video. First, let's me move with the localization string. So if you click on finish means it will be creating an localization file is like this. So COP is the object name, object ID, which was defined by the Xcode to us. So you see in our view controller we have two one button and one label, and that particular two that particular two label and buttons has been created with this two strings. Here you can see hello world, and this is your language. Now I'm just going to localize this particular language to French. I have already added this in the through the help of Google Chrome. I'm doing this. So I'm just cutting and copying the paste. Yes, copy. Yes. Okay. Yes. So that's it. So first let me run with the normal things in the localization with the English language, and next we move on with the French language. Yes, you can see hello all, and this your language. Yes. So now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to run this particular project in the French language. For that, what I'm going to do is like in the run edit schema option, in the app language you can choose the language whatever you need. So currently I'm just going to choose the French language and click on close and refresh the project one more time, and I'm just going to build the app again. Yeah, we are done. So you see like bonjour is the name for the hello world, and the ctast language is the string which we have changed now. So if you change whatever language in this particular string file, it will be reflected into our app based on the language which we are choosing. So the next thing which we are going to do is like this is a one method of doing a localization for the existing storyboard, and there is a second method is also there which I have already told you. For that, what we need to do is like the same procedure which we followed. Just go to the project and just go to the things. Now I'm just going to delete the French language, just remove, and going to add the French language again, and this time I'm just not going to use a localizable string. Instead I'm using to interface builder and clicking on finish. So you see instead of creating a dot string file, it has been created a dot storyboard file itself once again. So whatever files which is meant for the base storyboard, it will also be available here. So here what we are going to do is like we are just going to change this string to French. So now what we are going to do is like just change the key values here instead of changing in the string value. Yes. Okay, I have updated. Yes, it's done. So yeah. Yes. Okay, so now I'm just going to rebuild the app again. So this time you see it's like the same things is applied. But as I told you before, it's like localization can be done with the two different part, and one is to using the storyboard and another is using the dot string file. But what I usually used to prefer for my colleagues is like going forward for the dot string file is much easier comparing to this way. But I'm not saying like this way is bad, but it's based on your necessity and based on your situation which you are looking forward. So at the time, based on this, you can switch whatever mode you need. So this was the two thing. Next, going to the app name. So the app name is one of the trickiest thing which in iOS of changing the app name is something different. So for that, it's very easy and very simple method. If you follow, then we can easily achieve this. So let me do that for you. Okay. Yeah. So go to the localization file and click on right click and new file and search for the string file and search for the plist. So we are going to change this file, save this file name as info plist. Yes, and in this we are going to create a name called display name equals to, yes, and this file name. And you have to keep in mind like you have to create this particular string file in the exact spelling. If you have created in something like different like info.p.list double t means it won't be work. So if you have to click this info p list and click on the identifier and type tabs, and here you see a localization button, and usually initially app will be creating under the English. You can localize that, and the next thing which you have to do is like you have to select for the French. So I'm just going to change the display names for these two, English and French. For English, I'm just going to keep as localization, and for French I'm just going to change the key as like, okay. Okay, deep progression. So I'm just randomly keeping a name called deep progression. Okay. So you can have a doubt like why we are creating a name called CF bundle display name. You see, whenever apps created in an iOS, they will be having a key called CF bundle display name. This bundle display name is consist our particular app's name. So what here you can see like in the info p list, if you open the info p list via source code, you can clearly see what's happening there. So just let me check for the name. Yeah. So you have a key like UI launch storyboard key and UI executable name, UI bundle name, UI screen name, etc. Likewise, if you want to change the display name, for that the key value is CF bundle display name, and for English I just kept localization, or French I kept deep progression. So first let me cut it down and change the edit schema as an English, yeah, and closing the app and just deleting the previous app from the folder. Delete. Okay, so I'm just running the project. So it sees like yeah. So I'm just running the projects, and you see the app name is localization. Now I'm just going to change the setting of the mobile phone. So for that I'm just going for the setting page and changing the general and language and region. Here you can search for the French. So I'm just going for the French and change to French, and it's getting changed, and it takes some 2 to 3 minutes of the time based on your system speed. And I'm just going and changing, and you see like this particular project name called debranch progression. Yeah, yes, and the third part is done. Yeah, just man. And next, coming to the things like third one is like likewise we can do ask for the localization for the permissions, and likewise we can do localization for the launch screen like that. If you want more video like this, just support me and hit the like button if you are like this, and if you want to share this, just share with your friends. And thanks so much for the watching this video, and hope you can have a clear glance of localization. And thank you very much, and let's just bye. Thank you.